Welcome to this interesting session with Avi Liran. He calls himself as a CDO, not Chief Digital Officer, but Chief Delight Officer. He's creator and designer at Delivering Delight. He's a TEDx speaker, entrepreneur, and lot many things to his profile. Welcome, Avi.
Thank you very much for having me.
At the start, how can CIOs and IT leaders deliver delight to both their employees internally and their users externally?
I believe that everybody is a CDO, Chief Delighting Officer. And you see, in order to get great customer service at the top, that will not happen unless you have great employee experience. And underneath the surface, that will not happen unless you have a delightful culture. And that will not happen unless you have delightful leaders that lead with their inner delight and lead with values.
What about the machines or the artificial intelligence or the machine learning taking over the world or the corporate culture? Do you feel we'll live in an era where humans will learn from machines or humans will teach the machines in future?
I think it's going to be both. The robots and the AI will learn from us. If we show destructive values, they may just learn that. We have to really be careful about the values that we have, about the humanity that we keep among each other, because they're going to learn from us. And we're going to learn and capitalize on what they do well. And the symbiosis will make a better world if we know how to coexist.
So you spoke about machines, you spoke about humans, but what about the IT leaders or CIOs of the companies who have had a bad day or a bad deal at office? How do they pass that down the line?
This is probably the most important question I've heard in my tours. People want to know, how can I delight when I have a terrible day? Now, what I say is you need to be authentic. You don't have to be well all the time, but if you can tell your employees, for example, I am blessed and I am grateful and I'm sad, they will understand that. Because whatever happens in our world, when we wake up, it's like we're having horse restraint. And we only see the things that did not happen yet. We see the missions, the errands, the to-do list, the failures that we have, and the stress that we have. But that's not reality. Be an authentic leader. People are not expecting you to be perfect, but just tell them how you feel.
So do we always have to think creative in this world?
Can I tease you?
Sure.
Okay, can you imagine a box? A box has typically 6 sides, but how many of the sides can you see at any given time?
3.
3, correct. But which kind of a box you could see all the 6 sides?
Difficult to think at the moment.
If you look at the corner of this room and you stay there, you can see the ceiling, you can see the floor, you can see the 4 walls, because sometimes the answers are just under our nose, inside the box. So before you go and try to think too creatively, maybe the answer is just inside, and we could immediately implement it. The most important thing is listen, dare to ask, dare to challenge.
Avi, what would be your successful mantras or success mantras for IT leaders to become, as we started the conversation saying, Chief Delight or Chief Delightful Officers?
Imagine yourself as a conductor. You don't have to be better than your best pianist or your best violinist. You just need to help them be better. Facilitate the environment where you bring the best in them. You develop them. You become the coach. You listen to them. You help them develop to the next career. And the millennials will reward you with their loyalty, which is very short now. If they think that you take care of them, and when they come with ideas, yes, end them. Don't just disqualify them and shut down their creativity. See the one thing that you like and use this thing. What I like in your idea is, and there's always something to like. Be the coach, be the go-to man that they know that you energize them. You are the sun, and flowers always grow towards the sun. Nourish them, care for them. You don't have to do rah-rah, but they understand. You need to learn who they are, and what makes them tick. And they're going to have a downtime. And that is the time to invest. Like when the stock goes down and they are depressed, they have difficulties at home, that's exactly the time to invest in them and not to shy and penalize them. And they're going to reward you. They're going to stay loyal because you were there at the most important time of their life.
Avi Liran, thank you so much. It was a delight to speak about delivering delight with you. Thank you so much.
Namaste.